Life is not a battlefield you were born to survive, but a divine pathway designed to reveal your hidden power the moment you stop struggling and start understanding this truth. May surprise you because the world has taught you to fight for every blessing, yet spiritual law teaches that life responds not to force but to faith, and this message reaches you now because something within you is ready to awaken. You are not here by accident, and this day is not random. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the God universe listens constantly and answers precisely according to the words you speak and the beliefs you hold deep within. When you rise each morning, you are silently setting the pattern for the hours ahead, whether you realize it or not, and most people unknowingly declare limitation before the day even begins. Then they wonder why resistance follows them everywhere. The secret is that life mirrors consciousness, and what you expect you invite, what you fear you prepare for, and what you trust unfolds. Naturally, when you understand this, you stop wrestling with circumstances and begin commanding them through inner alignment. There is a calm authority that replaces effort, and it changes everything as this realization settles in. A quiet shift begins, and you may feel it now, a sense that something is aligning beneath the surface. Yet there is more to uncover, because midway through every spiritual awakening, there is a moment of suspense when the old way tries to pull you back. Doubt may whisper that nothing is changing, or that this wisdom is too simple to be powerful, but simplicity is the language of divine law, and complexity is often the mask of confusion. Florence Scovel Shinn revealed that spoken words are seeds, and emotion is the water that makes them grow, and here lies the turning point. If you have been speaking without belief, or believing without speaking, you have been dividing your power, and the results remain delayed. Imagine what happens when both unite suddenly. Life no longer feels like a test, but a response, and this is where many pause, uncertain whether to continue trusting unseen forces or return to familiar struggle. Yet the law never fails. It waits patiently for your recognition, and as you move forward with this understanding, the tension begins to dissolve, and a new expectation forms, one that quietly insists that good is not coming someday, but is arranging itself. Now this is the beginning of mastery, and it has already started, and as awareness deepens, you may notice subtle signs appearing, gentle confirmations, unexpected ease, or timely insight, reminding you that unseen support surrounds you. This awareness invites responsibility, because once you know that thought directs experience, you cannot unknow it, and this awareness prepares the ground for a greater revelation approaching soon that will ask you to choose trust over habit and faith over fear, even when evidence remains momentarily silent, because spiritual momentum builds quietly before visible change. As you move deeper into this understanding, the realization grows that life has never been resisting you, but has been faithfully echoing you. And this is where the hidden spiritual secret begins to reveal itself. Because the moment you stop labeling events as battles, you reclaim the power to bless them. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that every condition, whether pleasant or painful, is an outpicturing of consciousness, and when this truth is accepted, blame dissolves and authority returns. You are no longer at the mercy of time, people, or circumstances, because the law works impartially and instantly upon belief. And here is where suspense quietly enters, because many reach this point and feel an internal tension. The old self fears responsibility, because responsibility means that change depends on inner discipline, not outer rescue. Yet this tension is sacred. It signals transformation. The mind may resist and say, this cannot be true, because struggle feels familiar. But familiarity is not truth. It is habit, and habit dissolves the moment awareness shines upon it. The spiritual law does not demand perfection. It demands alignment, and alignment begins with expectancy. When you expect good, you prepare a place for it, and the unseen forces rush to fill that space. Yet the unseen often works silently, and this silence tests faith. This is the moment when many abandon the teaching, thinking nothing is happening, while everything is rearranging beneath the surface. Florence Scovel Shinn reminded that the delays are not denials. They are preparations, and the universe never forgets a sincere declaration backed by belief, even when the senses report otherwise. And now comes the pivotal inner suspense, because you must choose whether to judge by appearances or trust the law. Appearances often contradict truth. In the beginning, storms can appear just before clarity. Resistance can surface right before release. And this is not punishment. It is the final clearing of old mental patterns that no longer serve to you. When this happens, the temptation is to react emotionally, but reaction feeds the very condition you seek. To transcend mastery requires response, rooted in certainty, and certainty grows from repeated conscious choice. You begin to speak words that affirm harmony instead of conflict, guidance instead of confusion, supply instead of lack, not as hopeful wishes, but as spiritual facts. And this is where the energy shifts noticeably. Life softens, doors open without force, and solutions appear without strain, because you are no longer pushing against the current, you are flowing with it. The middle of the journey always feels uncertain, because the old has not fully vanished, and the new has not fully appeared yet. This in-between space is sacred. It is the womb of manifestation, and your role is not to rush it, but to remain faithful in thought and word. As this faith stabilizes, you may sense a quiet confidence replacing anxiety, a knowing that you are supported even when you cannot yet see proof. This confidence signals that the law is responding, and that what once felt like a struggle is transforming into cooperation. And this prepares you for the final realization that will complete the shift from effort to ease and from battle to blessing. Now, the final understanding emerges gently yet powerfully, that life was never asking you to conquer it, but to cooperate with it. And this truth settles like calm certainty within your spirit. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that when you align thought, word, and feeling with divine order, the path ahead arranges itself without struggle, and this is the hidden spiritual secret that transforms everything. Effort gives way to ease, anxiety dissolves into assurance, and what once felt delayed begins to move but swiftly, because resistance has been removed. You are no longer proving your worth or forcing outcomes. You are allowing the law to express through you, and this allowance is not passive, it is conscious trust, rooted in discipline of thought. You choose words that bless rather than burden. You choose beliefs that liberate rather than limit. And this choice reshapes destiny more powerfully than any external action could ever do. The greatest victories are invisible because they occur first within, and once the inner alignment is complete, the outer world has no choice but to follow. This is why Florence Scovel Shinn emphasized that affirmation before sleep is sacred, because the subconscious accepts impressions most easily then and carries them into manifestation. While you rest, when you fall asleep, knowing that divine order governs your life, you awaken to evidence of that order unfolding naturally. Days stop feeling heavy, mornings feel purposeful, and even challenges appear as instructions rather than obstacles. This is the shift from survival to mastery, from fear to faith. And it happens not through force, but through understanding. And now you may recognize that December 16, or any day, is not powerful on its own. Its power flows from what you declare upon it one morning. Thought spoken with conviction can tilt the entire day in your favor, because thought is cause and experience is effect. And as you accept this law, fully peace becomes your dominant state. Provision arrives through unexpected channels, and opportunities meet you instead of being chased. This is the promise of spiritual law, faithfully fulfilled, and now the journey completes. Where it began with awareness, you see clearly that life is not opposing you. It is responding to you, and with this awareness comes responsibility and freedom together. You are free to choose words that shape destiny, beliefs that attract harmony, and expectations that invite success. And as this truth anchors within you, the suspense dissolves, replaced by quiet anticipation, because you know Good is inevitable when alignment is maintained, and this knowing becomes your greatest asset, carried into each day and every decision from this point forward. And as this message concludes, remember that consistent remembrance of truth sustains its power, and sharing wisdom strengthens it within you. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.